Morning everyone. I've just been having a bit of fun. I've just got to tell you to check out a video. So this week on the High Wire, which is Del Bigtree, there's an interview with him and Jason Jackson, who's one of his investigative journalists, and they show some footage from Pink Wall dude, Pink Floyd dude. So Roger Waters. So apparently he was asked by someone very, very famous to use his music in advertising, and he used the big F-bomb, no. So anyway, that's just a really funny interview, and then he sort of goes off on this tangent about the powers that be and what they're trying to do, and all the control and everything, and they're trying to use the song "We Don't Need No Education, We Don't Need No Thought Control," and for some reason they thought that he'd be like, yeah, let's give you more control, dudes. Anyway, so it's a very funny interview. He just sort of goes off. Afterwards, of course, well, actually not of course, but the section on High Wire this week is called "The Rock and Roll Wars Erupt," and I'm only halfway through it because I was having a giggle about Pink Floyd, and thought I'd say go check it out if you can find it. And now they're playing part of the interview with Eric Clapton, who of course has been badly damaged by, and he's speaking out, and it's really hard for him to speak out because anyone who speaks out is copying it, So he, in this interview, because I actually listened to this interview, the whole thing, which is about 20 minutes long, on my motorbike actually, riding up to Toowoomba last week, and it was just so breaking, because like a lot of people, and he's just terrified of needles, always has been. Like me, I have a major fear of needles. So, and it's not small, mine is huge. When I cut my foot open about 4 years ago now, I cried for 4 hours in the hospital because of course they wanted to shoot that general local anesthetic directly into the foot, and which would have been bad karma. I stood on a wine glass. I shouldn't have been, so stupid, but anyway, whatever. So nonetheless, I think I got to the hospital at 9 p.m. and I didn't get home until about 3:30 in the morning or something, because every time they wanted to do something, I just burst into tears, and it occurred to me after 4 or 5 hours, oh, they need my permission to do it. And every time they'd ask me a question, I'd just cry. So that was my permission. Anyway, so then of course some of that interview with Eric Clapton's on there as well. And I don't know, since it's called Rock and Roll Wars Erupt. Yeah. Okay, so the other thing that's going to be discussed in this, which I haven't got to back, is that the Foo Fighters are endorsing segregation, which is sort of like, so I'm sure that's like a V versus non-V thing, but of course Bruce Springsteen's is, if you've had these ones, you're okay. If you've had that one, it's not okay. So who knew that sort of segregation was going to happen? I don't care. I decided a year ago if I never got to see anyone again, I love going to plays and shows and things. And I decided, well, if I never get to go to any of those again, I don't care, because I simply won't do it. That's my choice, and at the moment, I have a choice. And, I've done like 100 hours of research on them, so, it's not changing anytime soon. If anything, as all the stats come out, it's getting more clear. But anyway, it's a funny little segment. Got to go check out Roger Waters. Just amusing.